Clean up on aisle 4.
Son of a...
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to this week's episode of Between the Aisles. I am one of your hosts, Kristyn, and with me, as always, is my cute little boyfriend, Shawn.
Little
cutie pie.
I'm small. Look at me, I'm so little.
I just met cutie pie, little cutie pie.
Thanks. How are
That's
you?
all. I am not great.
Oh.
Not
That's
bad,
not
but
great.
not great. The reason, for those of you wondering why 2 episodes are out this week and 0 were out last week, we're not just really disorganized and disheveled people.
It was a contributing factor for sure.
I mean, we kind of are, TBH, a little bit.
Little bit.
But we've been very consistent with this. It's my fault. I low-key thought I had COVID-19. I don't. Tests were negative, so
Okay.
all's good. I was just a vegetable on the couch for the last 4 days in a row, basically.
Yup.
And there was no way in hell he was getting me in front of this camera.
I tried.
Barely
I
got
tried.
me in front of the camera right now,
Yeah.
as you can tell. But anyways, we're here, we're excited, we're gonna push through, and yeah. Anything you want to add?
No, that's about it. You've summed up why we're doing 2 this week and stuff like that very eloquently.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, sir,
yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Our poor audio listeners.
Oh, I know. They have to listen to me make stupid voices for how long?
Without seeing the facial expressions that go along with it.
They're very important.
If you want to see the facial expressions, head on over to our YouTube channel to check it out. Currently, we are posting Between the Aisles over on Snowiest Monsters.
Yep, youtube.com
YouTube?
/Snowiest Monster. I don't think we actually have the slash yet, but we'll get there.
We don't currently have a separate account for Between the Aisles, but who knows?
Maybe something.
Maybe to come.
Maybe we'll move it all over. That'll create a nightmare. But that's
Awesome.
fine.
On today's episode, we are going to backtrack and focus on our most disgusting retail experiences. We're getting down and dirty.
Yeah.
Looking at the grossest, most gross, the
No, of course,
grossest,
either of those is fine.
the grossest experiences that we've had
Working
in
retail.
any of our retail jobs.
Yeah.
I did a little preview in the last episode and shared a bit about my vomit in the sales rack experience
That was funny.
garage, but don't you fret. I have many more where that came from.
See, and like I get real lucky. Whenever something gross happens at work, I disappear. I'm not there all of a sudden. It's awesome. I have it's my one superpower. It's the one thing I can do reliably is just disappear when there's vomit or poop.
It's always me.
Yep.
Why? I'm always the one that has to clean it up. Like, I've been told I give off like a motherly vibe to my coworkers.
I mean, like grandmotherly, sure.
Oh.
You go to bed at like 7 p.m.
It's 9 p.m.
Oh, no, it's 8.
Actually,
It's
9
8. It's
p.m.
8:30 if you're really
That
feeling
was only this
like
week because
No,
I
it
was
wasn't.
sick.
That's normal. You go to bed.
No.
Yes,
no,
you do.
no.
100%.
Okay, but if I get into bed at 8,
you
I'll
go
be
to
up
you go to
until
sleep at 9, but you
9.
go into bed at 8.
just get cozy. You know, I start my little wind down routine. It takes a lot of effort for me to turn my brain off at
This
the end
is
of the
why
day.
we fall behind on Falcon and the Winter Soldier
No.
and stuff like that.
You're so right. It really is my fault. But I just can't switch it off, you know? Like, I really need a solid hour of just decompression time after a day
Yeah.
to get my brain out of, holy shit, today was a shit show. Now sleep. Like, it doesn't just happen.
Now sleep.
It doesn't just happen. Yeah.
Sure it does. That's what I do. I go straight from streaming till 2 a.m. and then bed.
Yeah. No. I
Unconscious.
Can't do that. So for those of you who tuned into last week's episode,
Or the week before.
the week before,
Both of them. Any of them. Welcome.
So our last episode, Shawn shared a very lengthy tale that just gave me life. if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it.
Yeah, it's the story of Ghost Gal.
So we heard a lot of Shawn in the last episode. Like we just mentioned, Shawn is lucky or very strategic and never has to deal with the nasty shit that goes down at his job.
Yeah, I get very, very lucky.
Just full disclosure, it'll probably be a lot of my voice and me talking this episode. So if you don't like that, I'm so sorry. But
too bad!
Wah, wah. So why don't you kick us off?
Why don't you go first? I'll throw mine in the middle somewhere and then
break up my ass.
I'll say break up the stories a little bit.
Amazing.
Because mine's not like lengthy or anything like that, and I only really have one that's memorable. Like, I've had gross things happen at the comic book store too and stuff like that, but it was always like there was a lot of butts. But that's unimportant. I'll cover that when
I'm trying to think, because I have my grand finale story.
Okay. But you want, like, a medium one first?
I have so many. I have so many, and I'm just trying to sort out, like, there's no way I can fit them all in this episode. When we eventually start an Instagram page for the podcast, then I can post, like, on the stories, just some more of the random ones. Right now, all I can think of is the banger at the end.
Okay. Which one is the banger at the end?
So I give a little sneak peek
title
right now?
Title it.
Good news, team. We're not pregnant.
Okay. I say you go with, because I know that one. And you've told the vomit one.
I've told the vomit one, and I think I also told the poop one.
I don't think you did.
At the clothing store.
Which clothing store?
Winners. All right, so my first story is not for the faint of heart because it involves, I think, almost everyone's least favorite insect. Bug. It's bug.
Babe.
Insect?
Bugs are okay. It's an insect.
Bug is a type of insect.
Yes.
Like, bug is a genus? No. Order.
The true bugs. Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Hemiptera.
Shawn is a bug nerd.
I'm flexing my biology stuff.
Okay. Anyways.
That's all I know.
So, for those of you who have a fear of cockroaches, disclaimer, this story is about cockroaches.
Oh, yeah.
So, my most recent job, my current job, I'm not going to tell you where, but I work at a coffee shop, and we have cockroaches at the moment. We had never had cockroaches before. We are dealing with them. However, it is not a pleasant experience. So the way that we found out that we have cockroaches...
Well, first you saw them. So, again, we both work in a mall.
Yes.
The first time you saw them was getting lunch.
Okay, so the first time I was on my lunch break, okay, I went to get food, and as the man is making my food, a big cockroach runs across the counter. Like, you know where they have all the toppings? It runs across, and I'm like, excuse me, sir?
Yes, sir.
I think you have a bug there? And he goes, oh! Shit! Proceeds to charge me for my food, and then I walked like a few feet away and was like, wait, that shouldn't have happened. I go back, I'm like, sir, I don't want this food. I just saw that you have cockroaches. Can you please refund me? Because I was just in shock. I've never actually, like, I hear stories of cockroaches in malls and food courts all the time. I've never actually seen one in real life. Like, I've seen photos of them, whatever, okay? Never seen one in real life. I was so shocked. Just because it's one of those surreal things where it's like, oh, that happens in movies. That, you know, like, that doesn't happen. In reality, it's super common.
Oh, yeah,
I just never experienced it myself. So I was in shock. I, like, paid, walked away, and then I was like, wait, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not gonna eat this. Like,
I probably would have.
So...
I probably just would have.
So anyways, that was about a month prior to when we discovered we also had cockroaches, and we are not even in the same, we're not in the food court. Not even in the same area of the mall, okay? And the way that we found out was traumatizing. It didn't even happen to me. I was not the victim of this story, okay?
Woo!
And I am still traumatized. I don't even walk in this area anymore. I walk around it. You know those vents in the top of the ceiling?
Yeah.
That are basically the speaker systems?
Yeah.
Are they speakers or vents?
It's just a vent.
Just
It's just a vent.
the ones that look like speakers? They're not speakers. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Why would they be speakers?
In some stores, aren't they speakers?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm pretty sure they're just speakers.
I just had a dumb moment. We're gonna bleep that out.
I mean, you're editing this one.
Anyways, the vent in our lunchroom, one of our girls was sitting eating her lunch.
Fuck off. Did it fall in her
Freaking
drink?
dive bomb fell from the vent into her lap.
Fuck.
Hell no. If that was me, I'd be out that door. Goodbye, I'm going home.
Really?
That was our first sighting, okay? That was the first encounter. Then we had the second encounter. My poor stock boy. We had just received our shipment, and he was putting a box on the shelf.
Right.
And had to take another box off the shelf.
As you do.
Okay? When he goes to take the box off the shelf, a little critter scurries across his fingers.
Aw. Little cute little munchkin.
It was not a munchkin.
Kristyn.
To be clear, the first time, this was like a mama roach. The second time was also like a mama roach.
Yeah, but they're German cockroaches you guys have,
I don't know.
right? They're like this big, kind of see-through,
Yeah.
elytra.
Yeah. Listen, enough with the bugness, okay?
They're just little Blatodiae.
No, I don't like him. Anyways, and then the third sighting, and I was there for this one. Happened to my manager. Him and I were cleaning the back room, and he was putting music on.
Okay.
All these other sightings were near food, which makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where they like to live.
One ran right across our radio.
Really?
And it was up, like, in our IT cabinet.
How warm is the IT cabinet?
Kind of warm.
Okay.
I know they like water our pest guy,
Yeah.
because we did get it sprayed and obviously taken care of.
I mean, not taken care of. They're still
Not
there.
well.
They're 100% still there.
And there are babies now, which is the worst part. We have those little sticky traps around, and
they catch a lot of little nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, those were... That is, like, not even my worst gross story. But that's the one that I decided to kick off with because it is the freshest in my mind, and it's kind of still occurring, and it occurs on a daily basis. Like, I go into work, and I am just shitting my pants all day.
Well, come on, you gotta be getting less scared of cockroaches now.
No, it's actually getting worse. I never knew I was scared of cockroaches. I just assumed,
But you're getting less scared of spiders.
Yes, I am actually working
you
on
like
my
you like
arachnophobia.
spiders now, kind of.
I wouldn't say I like them. I would
Jumping
say
spiders are cute as fuck.
I would say
They're little
I am
eight-legged
less
fur
horrified.
puppies.
I'm beginning to
hair puppies
appreciate
that go-
the beauty in them.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly because they eat mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are my real enemy.
Exactly. You had a big picture it.
Yeah.
What thing do you dislike more, mosquitoes or spiders?
Yeah. So anyways, that's the freshest wound. And I will keep you posted on how the story progresses. I still can't walk under that vent because I'm like, this shit is just gonna fall on my head.
It's gonna rain cockroaches on you.
If if I have to stalk things, I grab from the bottom shelves only where I can see every part of the box and make sure I'm not reaching blindly to my death.
To your death, they're cockroaches.
I don't care.
They're not gonna kill you.
You never know.
No, I do know.
You never know.
No, Kristyn.
No, you never know. That's their plot. That's their end goal. Domination.
I don't even bite.
Anyways.
Okay.
On to you, sir.
So mine's a short story. This is when I was working at Walmart. Because of course it is. Of course, if I have a gross story, it's from Walmart. So I was stocking the shelves and stuff like that, and I was just kind of doing my thing, you know? And then I got a call on my little... somebody had paged me to the back to just grab some pallets and stuff like that and help restock more shelves and whatnot. Not a big deal. I'm like, all right, this is my job, I guess. I'll be annoyed about it, but I'll go do it anyways. So I'm walking back there. I'm walking back and forth, and I see this lady off in one of the aisles. I'm like, okay, I'll keep an eye on her so I don't run her over or anything like that. She wasn't like this. She wasn't doing anything at this point. She was just like browsing like a normal customer. But like I had the pump truck and the stuff, so I was like, okay, it's good to know where people are.
Yeah.
Because they will get in your way.
Yeah.
Somehow. They'll find a fucking way to be in your way or ask you things while you're busy.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, how do I avoid talking to this lady? I go this way. So I go a different way. And I avoid this lady. A couple minutes go by, and one of my coworkers comes by and went, somebody shit on the floor. Like, what? They're like, yeah, in the, like, fuck, where was it? It wasn't in the baby section, but it was, like, near there, because it's on the way to the washroom. The washrooms were right there, too. That's the worst part. But
so close, yet
like,
so far.
They're just like, yeah, somebody just shit on the floor. I'm like, well, did they fucking drop trow? What happened?
I have
They're
a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did your coworker watch them shit?
No.
Or did they just find the shit?
They just found the shit. And they described where it was. And I'm like, that's where that lady was. And they're like, what lady? I'm like, I don't know. She was just this random, like, regular looking shopper that was just hanging out and doing some shopping. So I assumed nothing was going on. And I avoided her because it was a customer. And that's what I do, is I avoid customers. So they were like, yeah, there's just shit on the floor. I'm like, well, nobody brought their dog in. It was that lady.
Yeah.
And my coworker's like, no way that's human poop. I'm like, that's human poop. I have seen no dog. You think I would have missed a dog coming in here? That's human poop. Right? And they're like, but it's not like a lot. I'm like, someone shit their pants and a nugget fell down the pant leg. That's gotta be what happened. They were moving towards the back, towards the washrooms.
No.
So they shit themselves on the way there. They couldn't make it. And at that point, I started feeling a little bad for the person, but also, I felt bad for whoever the fuck had to clean up the shit. It wasn't me. Managed to get away from that one, because I didn't see it first, so I just darted. I went straight to the front of the store as far away as I could. I have no idea who ended up cleaning it up, because I don't know. I never saw custodial staff, really.
Yeah.
Because at one point, I don't remember. I think, yeah. No, it wasn't me. Somebody dropped like 4 jars of pickles just on the floor and left them.
That sounds right. That checks out.
I had to clean it up. That was annoying. But
oh my god, the smell.
It was fun.
I mean, to be fair, it'd be better than human feces.
Oh yeah, it was way better. But yeah, that was my gross story. Is somebody shit on the floor in a Walmart. And I was so taken aback by it. Like, I had so many questions for my coworker.
But at the same time,
who does this? Who couldn't make it? It was literally 15 feet to the bathroom from where the turd was.
But like,
so
if we're being honest, if someone's gonna shit on the floor in public,
it's gonna be in a Walmart.
It's gonna be at Walmart.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, it was... That Walmart was wild.
You had a lot of strange encounters at that Walmart. So my question to you, Shawn.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. If you were in this situation, you were the mystery shitter, okay?
Okay. Mystery shitter, got it.
What would you do? You're out in a store, you find yourself with instant raging diarrhea. It
wasn't diarrhea, though. It was just a turd. It was a solid turd.
So you're about to poo your pants. And you
I've never been in that situation.
But if in theory you know you can't make it to the bathroom, what do you do?
Make it to the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, right? That's the only option. Guys, people out there, that is the only option. You make it to the bathroom.
If you have food poisoning, A, stay home.
A, don't go to Walmart.
But B, if you need to go out but you have food poisoning, I understand.
Condition that makes you poo your pants.
Exactly. Those two things, but if you have those kind of conditions, you're having runny poops.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like a solid...
It is a sudden emergency of explosive diarrhea, right? That's how that would normally go.
Yeah.
This was a solid turd.
Like a little nugget.
Like, it looked dog shit-like, but there was no dogs. Like...
And we'll never know.
Oh, I'm 100% certain.
We'll never know what really went down that day.
Yeah.
Other than someone's pants.
But I've never been in a situation where I'm like...
Now, do we really think it fell out? Or did they just drop their drawers and squat?
It wasn't far enough away from the bathroom for me to believe they just dropped trow and took a shit on the floor. Right?
I have so many questions.
At that point, if you're pulling your pants down and taking a shit on the floor, right? Mm-hmm. If it's an emergency or whatever, you could have made it the extra 15 feet because you took the time to pull your fucking pants down. Right? If you're going to shit yourself in your pants. At least then somebody else doesn't have to fucking clean it up.
I'm just going to put this out there.
You can buy new pants. You can't buy new fucking brain for that person who's now scarred.
Now, I might be wrong in this statement, and I don't mean to offend anybody who has, like, IBS or any sort of illnesses that make you poop.
Well, and again,
and I know that is terrible.
That kind of thing I would understand.
I would empathize, okay? That is terrible, and I am so sorry if you go through that. But for me personally, having none of those conditions, cannot even imagine a scenario where I couldn't, like, force myself to clench my cheeks and make it to a toilet.
If you have a condition like that and it's sudden and onset, I'm like, yes, I totally understand.
You can't.
This person was 10 feet from the bathroom and it was a solid turd.
Yeah.
There's no way that wasn't somewhat intentional.
Maybe there's a bigger story to unpack here. Like, maybe they go around to stores and maybe they poop ahead of time and bring it in like a little baggie and they just plant it there to spark these conversations, you know, to really just fuck with people.
Could be.
Just mess with their minds.
I do have another gross story, but this one's like injury gross.
Oh. Okay, then I'll do another quick one.
Yeah, you do a quick one. I'll do my injury one and then we'll do... Okay.
This one is just straight up, if you have worked any retail, like any cash register job where you're a cashier, you know this, and it has happened to you, I guarantee it, where someone plops down a pile of coins to pay for something, and it's never like $2, it's like a $50 textbook. This is when I worked at my university bookstore on campus, and it was textbook buying season, and this customer came in with a Ziploc bag full of coins, not loonies and toonies, my friends, nickels, dimes, pennies before the pennies went away. I know that sometimes that's all you have, and that's how you've saved up.
But I'm still gonna complain about it.
That's okay, but money in general is just really nasty. Like, it gets grimy, gross. Whatever. I'm used to the... Like, I had no standards at this point. Like, I was used to the gritty kind of dirtiness of handling cash. I don't know if they also decided to wash these coins in honey or molasses or something, but every single coin was sticky. Every single one. And I had to count them to make sure that there was $50 worth of nickels and dimes. I am not, again... I don't care if you have to pay in change. Some people, that's their only option. Textbooks are expensive. I'm not trying to
fun university
shit
fact,
on anyone.
You almost never need to buy the textbook.
That is
Don't buy textbooks. I feel like that sounds like I'm being like a shitty student, but most of my friends in stuff like that, did not buy textbooks in 3rd and 4th year because they were A, too expensive, and B, never opened.
What a bunch of my friends and I would do is
and they're vets and scientists now.
We would buy one textbook
Yep.
and split the cost of it and share it. Because we would study together anyways.
Yep.
So we would just get one $50 textbook amongst like 5 of us.
It's one thing if you need a book, like you're going through a book to read it for the class and stuff like that, then you kind of need it.
Like if you're in a literature program, you have to read that's
but
different.
If you're in, like, I took biology.
Yeah.
I bought books in first year and the first semester of 2nd year, and then realized I'd opened 2 of them total.
And that was like $600 of textbooks
a
later.
semester.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
So, my complaint at this point in the story is not... I made it sound shitty. I made it sound like I was annoyed. It is a little frustrating when I have to count the coins, but that's fine. It's my job.
Yeah.
That's why I get paid to do that. That's fine. It was the fact that
they were sticky.
Like, it was like... You could see the stick on my hands, and I was just like, how do I not gag in front of this person and offend them? But at the same time...
I would have asked them straight up, why the fuck is your money so sticky?
It was very concerning, and
What did you do to this?
And it's like, what am I touching?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just my quick little sticky money story, and that has stuck with me. Like, I've handled nasty cash. Most cash has like that layer of grime on it. But that one just really stuck with me.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, like if the penny sticks to my hand while I'm trying to count it. Oh, I gag thinking about it now. And I had to work really hard to not
freak out.
Do that in front of the customer.
I don't think
because I wouldn't want to offend anyone.
No,
like,
I don't think I could have held it back. I would have been, why the fuck is your money sticky?
Well, maybe they had... It's one thing if they have that, like, sweat... You know how some people have the overactive sweat gland disorder?
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be sticky.
But I could tell if it's sweat. Like, that, it would just be soggy.
Why is it
sticky? But it was sticky. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I worked at when I worked at the comic and game store, we'd host Magic and Pokemon events and stuff like that, and I would straight up tell people to put on deodorant because people wouldn't, and then they'd show up and be there all day, and I'd be like, you smell. I'm sorry, you smell. Please put on some deodorant. There was like 18 de-smell things around.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, I had to go around and tell people to pull up their pants because their butt crack was showing constantly. Yeah. And I sympathize 100%. But pull up don't make it a big deal. If I'm coming by and I'm just like, hey, can you pull up your pants a little bit? Because I don't want to wipe your fucking ass cheeks off the chair later.
For That's context, this is at this comic book store, they had a huge community of kids that would come in the area, and they would play, like, they had a huge game room where they could sit at these benches, tables, chairs, and play their card games.
I'd say one day a week was Pokemon Day, so kids came in and they learned to play the Pokemon
and so these were regulars.
Like
Sean's not just going up to random little kids being I can see your butt.
No,
like,
these are
grown
ass men playing Magic the Gathering on, like, a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon and stuff like that. So I just walk around and be like, dude, I can see both cheeks, bro.
The kids, the deodorant, yes, but...
That was the adults, too.
But the adults, too.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
On to my injury-related work story.
Oh my god, yes.
So this was from my first job.
Okay.
Which was at a ski hill.
Okay.
And I worked in the rental department.
Oh my god, how much bone did you see? Before we start this story, do you see exposed bone?
I didn't see exposed bone.
Okay, continue.
There was exposed bone. So, my job was to set up people with boots, skis, snowboards, whatever. The skis, we had to set up the, like, DIN settings, which is how easily the bindings will come off.
Yeah.
That way, like, you don't shatter, like, they don't stay on and you don't crank your leg all the way around, or they don't pop off immediately and you have no fun and all that stuff. So we had to set it up by weight and all that, and get people set to go out on the ski hill. So I set up some people and now I want to make it clear, this was not my fuck up. Somebody else fucked up, but I saw the person that they fucked up on, didn't know they fucked up on because I wasn't looking over their shoulder or anything, and saw the outcome.
Okay.
So we're just setting people up on skis all day. This guy comes in. My coworker sets him up with the bindings and stuff like that. And he goes out on his merry way, right? No big deal yet. Probably about, I want to say it's now about 6 p.m., maybe 7. Like, it's starting to get dark. The lights are on at the ski hill, all that stuff. And we get like, my manager comes in, he's like, hey guys, we're gonna need to talk in a second or two. Just a heads up, somebody had an accident on the ski hill. They had rental gear. We're gonna have to talk about this a little bit, right? I'm like, fuck, did I fuck up? This is my first job. Did I get someone hurt? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
This was like in high school also, so you weren't
like,
that old.
I was like 15.
Yeah.
Right? I'm panicking because I'm like, I can't be responsible for
my whole
somebody
future.
I can't. Right? So a little bit later, somebody comes in. One of the like medic type people come in with a see-through plastic bag with a boot in it. This boot, it's supposed to be light gray, drenched in blood. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Right?
Did they lose a fucking foot?
I'm freaking out, right? So I look out, I see somebody on a stretcher being carried to an ambulance. I'm like, oh my god. Right? And I'm like, okay.
This isn't they fell and got a concussion.
I was like, I didn't do that. That's not me. Feeling a little better that I didn't fuck up. Still bad about that person, but I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be fired. This isn't me, right? So I walk over to my manager because now the boot is now in the back. I'm like, what the fuck happened with that? He's like, oh, well, we have to keep it because we have to check that it wasn't something we did that caused this. But the person got a compound fracture, which is when the bone breaks and sticks through the skin because of something happened out there. But it was horrifying. It was the scariest shit to see because it was just, at first I was like, is there a leg in there?
Yeah, like, is the foot in the boot still?
Then I was like, that's crazy, Sean. They would take the foot with them to try and reattach it.
They would.
Right? I was like, no, you're being insane.
15-year-old Sean was like, is there a foot in that
Panic
bag?
set in. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It looked like it was out of a fucking horror movie. You know in Jaws when, like, the arm washes up on shore or something? It looked like that, but it was just a ski boot. And I'm like, oh. It was...
Chilling.
It was freaky. And I don't get grossed out by things easily.
No, you don't.
No, I'm real good unless it involves eyes. I'm not good with eyes. I don't like anything around eyeballs or anything like that. But everything else, I'm totally fine. And this was very like, someone got hurt real fucking bad. Yeah. At first, I thought they fell off the chairlift.
Yeah, it would. You'd think, or they got impaled by something.
The amount of blood, I'm like, how do they have any blood left in their body?
Yeah.
This is terrifying.
To fill a boot.
It wasn't like, the boot wasn't full.
No, I know, but I mean,
the outside.
It was coated.
Yeah, it looked...
absorbed.
Yeah. It looked like somebody cut off the leg and then took the foot out of the boot and just handed us the boot. Like, it was bad. I might be embellishing a little bit because this was a long time ago.
How do I not know this story?
Do you not know that? Have I never told you this?
I don't think you've ever told me that story.
Yeah. It was fucked.
Or you told me when we were 15, and I just don't remember. That
boot sat in that office for like a week or two. Because they had to like check everything about it so that they could find out if we were liable.
Did you lace it wrong?
Exactly. Was this the right size? Was the DIN settings on the bindings too tight and the ski didn't come off and the foot got twisted around because somebody's not good at skiing? Like, it was that kind of shit. And from that day on, I checked everything 18 times because I was like,
You don't really... Well, at that point,
you're
working in a shop. Like, you don't necessarily think that your job is that important or that big, you know? But
they let 15-year-olds do it.
But then you see that shit, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, that was freaky.
Hot damn.
Yeah. I can't believe I haven't told you that story before.
I have no memory of it. You may have told me when it happened, like when we were 15, but my 25-ass brain is dead. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was messed up.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But again, it wasn't any, like, we found out it wasn't anything we did.
So the Hill wasn't liable or anything?
No, the Hill never got sued. It was nothing like that.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I'm sure the person's fine, because, like, a compound fracture is fixable. It's not good, but it's not, like, inherently terrible.
Yeah.
It could be terrible. It doesn't matter. But, yeah. It was real gross.
God damn.
Yeah. The fucked up thing was it was in a clear bag.
Just a bag.
No, fuck, I don't know how to, like, almost like a bread bag, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Like when you buy bread.
Not a Ziploc bag.
I say, when you buy bread at, like, a bakery and it's just a clear plastic bag kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like that. I'm like, why is it clear?
Gotta see it.
Well,
Gotta see it.
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was gross.
Man, like, I don't have anything.
I think your big story tops mine
I don't.
for grossness, because again, I don't think mine's that gross.
Nasty.
Nah, I've seen worse. I played rugby for years.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
blood.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen that much gore IRL, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's all my whole repertoire of knowledge is from movies and anime and video games. Yeah. Like, that's the bloodiest shit I've seen. Oh, I'm just.
I saw a cadaver, but
that was in a lab setting. You didn't just see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
It wasn't that bad. Got to poke it.
Anyways. So, do I move on to the next story?
I think we do.
You think we're ready for it?
I think we're ready for the big story.
Okay. It just mostly boggled me. So this was also when I was in high school. Also at Garage. Okay? And for those of you who have never been into a garage, it is like at this point in time, it was targeted mostly at preteens. Slightly into teens. Yeah. They target a lot older audiences now, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, the target was still a lot younger. Which is one baffling fact about the outcome of this story. And then when you're in the store shopping, they had a lot of like flat tables. So instead of all the clothes being hung up on racks and on the wall, there was a lot of flat tables just with like tank tops and t-shirts folded on it. So I was working in the fitting room one day, and we had headsets. Like, we all had earpieces, and we could all talk to each other.
Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make you feel like a secret agent?
It really does,
We had them
yeah.
When I worked at Chapters, we had them, and I fucking loved it.
Honestly, yeah. Headsets are the best. It makes you feel really important.
Yeah.
No matter what your role, like, even
Plus,
when
then I don't have to bother going back to the back to talk to somebody. I just ask them,
Yeah.
hey, is this
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
No? Okay, cool.
And in, like, at this store, everyone was, like, really chill, like, good friends, so we were kind of just, like, we would, like, chat over it and, like, joke around and stuff. And this day, I'm in the fitting room, and I hear one of the girls come over the headset, and she goes, "Oh my God, there's a cup of piss on the table." And I was like, hi, 10-4, good buddy.
Can you confirm?
Please repeat the message. I think I heard you wrong. There is a cup of piss on the tank top table. And I shit you not, I thought she was joking. I was like, there's no way.
There's no way there's
So then
piss on the
there's
table.
like, we're all on the headset, right? Like, it's not just me and her. So there's other people like, what? Are you kidding me? What do you mean? And then she goes, "That's not all, guys." And we're like, how could this possibly
How could there be more to this
How
story
can there be more to this
than
story?
a cup of piss?
Yeah. Well, inside said cup of piss was a pregnancy test. Just sitting there. And it was the expensive kind, the digital kind. And it was still flashing. It hadn't even been... So, for those of you who do not know, when you take a pregnancy test, it max takes 3 minutes for the reading to come up to say whether you're pregnant or not pregnant on the pregnancy test. Same with the digital ones. So, now at this point, my mind was going to a couple places. One, did this person squat and pee in a cup in our store?
Yeah. Shit, I didn't even think about that.
And then take the test, and then run away when they saw someone coming over. 2, did I say A or B? Or 1 or 2?
I don't know, man.
2, we're going with 2. Did they go into the bathroom, pee in a cup, bring it with them, and then put the test in after?
Like a stir stick.
Like a stir stick. Like a stir stick.
What, were they like, I'm gonna hide this, it's apple juice with a stir stick.
And then also, it was still counting down, so it had been there for less than 3 minutes. Is this girl still in the store? Where is the peer? Where is the culprit? The mama-to-be? She didn't care or not. She didn't care if she was pregnant or not? Was this all a prank? A joke? Who knows? Anyways, we're all just like talking on the headset like, this is insane. This is crazy. First thing I said was, I'm not cleaning that up.
Yep.
Because this was also the same week that I had cleaned up the vomit from the previous story. So I was like, I'm out. No.
I did my time.
I've done my time. I've served my purpose. Someone else can grab the piss cup, okay? About 2 minutes go by, and my manager, she was the one who cleaned it up for us, because she was like, don't worry, girls, like, I'm not gonna make any of you touch that. So a couple minutes passed, and I guess she'd brought it to the back room to dispose of it. And she comes over the headset, and she's like, ladies, I just wanted to share this important announcement with everybody. Good news, we are not pregnant. I repeat, we are not pregnant. And I had customers lined up in the fitting room at this point, and there was another girl working in the fitting room with me, because this was a very high traffic store, and we just died and burst out laughing, and the customers in line waiting to try on their clothes are just so annoyed with us, because to them, they don't know what's going on.
You could be laughing at them. They don't know.
Like, slacking. We're not doing our job. We're just, like, gossiping, joking around. That wasn't the case. Like, if they had only known this story, I'm sure they would have been invested, too.
I probably would have told them.
Yeah. So that, for me, is something that has scarred me and, like, stuck with me through the years. It's a great conversation piece.
Yeah.
A great icebreaker when you're meeting new friends. It was something. And again, I just want to know, like, was it there as a joke? Because how do you put the test in and not wait to see the results if you're genuinely concerned that you're preggo?
Why did you pee in a cup?
Yeah, instead of just peeing on the stick.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that...
Maybe a prank? But, like...
Right? I had so many questions.
Did you ever have theories as to which girl it was? Because I assume... Or, I guess it could have been a guy if it was a prank. But I assume...
Yeah.
That you, like... You saw people around that had left in less than 3 minutes.
Well, that's the thing. I was in the fitting room, so I saw nothing. Like, everything is happening over the headset for me.
In the cup in the fitting room.
Oh, no. Those carpets are always soggy.
Why?
I don't know.
It don't seem like something that should be soggy.
I think this was like 10 years ago.
Right.
Oh my god, I feel so old.
Yeah.
This
Right?
happened 10 years ago.
Yep.
My god. Anyways, so I'm pretty sure all the stores are like hardwood now, or like I don't think they have carpet in them anymore, but they were carpet in the fitting rooms before.
Yeah.
And they were just always nasty.
Gross.
Yeah. So I was just baffled. Like, again, 15 years old here. Like,
yeah.
What the heck?
Well, then again,
I just couldn't believe that they would not stay to see the results if it wasn't a prank.
Yeah.
And if it was a prank,
Why'd you...
that's disgusting. Leaving a
and if it was a
cup
prank,
of urine on a table full of clothes for customers to buy those clothes.
You also said it was one of the like more expensive ones. I don't know how much pregnancy tests
like
costs, but like
they're they can get up to like $30.
So who would spend that kind of money for
like
the
first response digital?
Yeah,
you know,
why
whatever.
wouldn't you buy the cheapest possible one if you were doing it for a prank? That's what I'd do.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I have many questions.
I just don't know. It's something that still...
It's nasty.
Messes with me to this day. It's nasty. It's a cup of piss.
Yeah.
It's a pregnancy test in a young girl's clothing store, just sitting on the table with clothes.
The cup of piss is worse than the pregnancy test, I would say. Because the pregnancy test, reasonably, I could explain it as like, it fell out of someone's purse. It fell out of her purse. Or something like that.
But not when it hadn't been... Like, when it was still loading.
Well, if they put it in their purse and it was precarious and they were walking out, because did that store have a bathroom in it?
No.
Oh.
No!
Wait! That means they carried that cup of piss.
That's what I'm just
through
saying!
the mall.
That's why it's so disturbing.
What kind of cup was it?
Like one of those little clear plastic cups.
Where the fuck did they get a clear plastic cup from?
Like, I feel like
I would have understood if it was like an Orange Julius cup or something like that they emptied and refilled.
I feel like the food court, like when you get a can of pop, they would give you like those little plastic cups. This was a long time ago, baby. I don't know, man.
She brought her own cup.
So it was a prank?
But I have so many questions. And I don't want the answers to
pregnancy test.
Right?
I don't know.
Think about it this way. Even if it was a prank, she's the one who looks like a crazy person.
You carried your piss around.
You went to the mall bathroom with a cup, peed in it, and then... No, not in theory. This part is fact either way. They went to the mall bathroom.
Or if it was a prank, they brought it in like a water bottle or something.
I guess, but that seems like more work.
And then you just have a bottle of piss in your bag.
Right? So I'm going to assume they peed in it, in the cup, in the mall bathroom.
Okay.
Walked down the hall carrying just a random cup of piss that would have been hot and warming up your hand. Mm-hmm. Right? And then decided, this is the perfect store. Walked into garage, stuck a pregnancy test in it, and went, my work here is done. This is going to be hilarious. I'm not going to stick around to see the results at all. But this is going to be so funny. Who the fuck does that? I want to see what happens at the very least. I'm going to stick around and laugh.
Maybe they were in the store. We don't know, right? Because we don't know who it was.
I guess. This is just... Why? To so much of it, why?
So many things that happen in any retail or customer service job can just be followed up with
fucking
why?
Yeah.
Why? Anyways, that's that was my my big story for y'all that I've been dying to share with you since we started this podcast. I'll be honest, it almost made its way into episode 1.
Yep, it tried.
But I've held out. Yeah.
I think it was good.
I hope it was worth it. I probably hyped it up too much for it to still have a dramatic impact, but
I don't know. All right, so we'll wrap her up then.
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for sticking out to the end. If you made it through all of our disgusting stories from our past retail experiences, there are many others that just did not make it into this episode. But again, maybe those will get shared with you at some point.
Yeah, and we'd also love to hear your disgusting stories. So leave a comment down below if you're watching on YouTube, or tweet it at us. That'll be some interesting tweets if people tweet it at me. But yeah, sure. Why not?
Why
Who cares?
not? Again, once we've got a few more episodes out there and some more conversation generated, a bigger community going, then we'll definitely start including all of your fun little stories as a segment in our podcast as well. So thank you guys so much for listening today. We hope that you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. Click the little notification bell if you're listening on YouTube. And if you're listening on any of our podcast services, thank you so much. Be sure to give it a 5-star rating.
Yeah,
if
you're going to give it 4,
like it.
that's cool too. Anything less,
We're
just don't bother.
We're up for
just don't bother. We're cool with
constructive
it.
criticism,
Yeah,
It's fine.
I mean, anything below 4, just don't.
Yeah.
It's cool. We don't mind. No worries.
Sean, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Shawn_Thompson or on Instagram at Shawn_Thompson or also at Snowiest Monster. You can also catch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Snowiest Monster, where I stream video games 4 days a week. Yeah. That's where you can find me.
Amazing. As for me, you can find me at Content by Kristyn on Instagram and contentbykristyn.com for my blog if you want to follow up with me there as well. No problem. And that's about it. I don't have many social media accounts, if I'm being honest.
Oh, also follow me on TikTok.
Oh, yes.
That's Snowiest
We
Monster.
are the old
I love TikTok.
farts just getting into TikTok.
I love it so much. It's my favorite.
I'd say we discovered it within the last month.
3.
Sean, I just this week downloaded it on my phone for the first time.
So good.
I caved. I gave in.
So
I was like, this is going to be like Snapchat. I never had Snapchat. Like, I had it, but I didn't use it, and everyone would get mad at me for not answering them, and it was just too much for me. Same reason I don't have Twitter. So, well, again, I had it, but just deleted it.
But yeah, TikTok. Great platform. I love it so much.
I hate
how much you love it.
that I love it.
Yeah!
There's a lot of trash on it. A lot.
Oh, yeah. But there's a lot of quality
when it starts to get used to what you search for and what you like and knows your algorithm, then everything our rabbit just jumped up. Then once your feed is curated for you, it's pretty solid. Yeah. I literally just watch videos of animals doing dumb shit all day long, and
it's
God,
great.
You can waste your time.
Go follow me on TikTok at Snowiest Monster.
It's really long-winded.
There's stuff on
very
there.
distracted.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm so sorry.
Go grab your headphones.
Shh, it was under my chair.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's just me now. I don't know what to do. How's it going? I can't do that. This isn't Twitch. I don't know how to continue by myself. This is odd. I'm just gonna sit here and scroll Amazon for things I don't need. Let's see.